The Big Bang Theory has long existed as one of the most popular shows on television, broadcasting almost every night at 7 p.m. on CBS. For 12 straight years and a total of 12 seasons, it became most famous for its contributions to geek culture in the way that it was able to bring a new perspective to the world of television. Yet, despite its great success, the show was recently declared to have come to an end. This sparked a massive wave of joy among many viewers who claimed that the show was long overdue and criticized it for making fun of the nerd culture without fully understanding it and also being racially offensive. But the main criticism came from what was perceived as an even greater issue, its reinforcement of gender and culture stereotypes. Although The Big Bang Theory has previously emphasized many controversial ideas, the way that the characters evolve through the show is actually telling a new story, one that demonstrates how all men and women are capable of being successful even if they don't fit their ideal type that has been forced down our throats by society. Yes, this idea of reinforcing gender and culture stereotypes can be seen from the very beginning of the show. Leonard, Sheldon, Howard, and Raj, the four main characters, are depicted as your average nerds who possess many of the stereotypical traits that are associated with their type. They're shy and awkward around women.
So, you guys work with Leonard and Sheldon at the university?
Hang out in the comic book store, and spend their free time playing video games. They're also, as expected, extremely smart.
We are so smart!
Penny, on the other hand, is shown as just the opposite, the stereotypical dumb blonde who dropped out of community college and relies on her good looks to get her what she wants. Sure, this is all true and can be clearly argued as being misogynistic or a reiteration of how men and women are typically portrayed. However, while many are caught up in their anger towards this idea, what they fail to recognize is the progression that these characters in the show make and how they start to go against the behaviors that are expected of them. A key component that converts the show from being offensive to being influential is the way that the characters are able to evolve and break free from their previous confined lifestyles and stereotypical roles. For instance, Penny starts out as your average not-so-bright blonde working as a waitress who often has trouble paying her rent and needs to borrow money from the other guys. However, as the seasons progress, she makes an effort to attend college and gets a higher-paying job as a pharmaceutical sales rep. As a result of this new job, she becomes extremely successful, even making more money than her husband Leonard, who received a PhD.
Decent? I make twice what you make.
Wait, twice?
This role reversal, with the wife making more money than the husband, is seen once again in Howard and Bernadette's relationship.
I make more money than you.
Women are no longer portrayed as the helpless minority who lack the ability to fend for themselves, but rather are shown as strong, independent, and capable of achieving the same as men.
Come on, we must know somebody who can do manly stuff like this.
What's up?
Corroborated by none other than Sheldon and Amy's relationship itself, they both display an impressive amount of intellectual ability and are able to express a mutual respect for each other's knowledge. Both the men and women of the show eventually are put at relatively the same level, breaking the norm that men are superior both mentally and physically. On the other hand, in regards to the depiction of nerd culture, the show does make an effort to give all of the characters a happy, fulfilling relationship in the end. If they were to be left single, yes, it would be reinforcing the norm that all nerds are lonely and unable to find love. Yet they don't. Leonard ends up with Penny, Howard with Bernadette, Raj with Anu, and even Sheldon, the nerdiest and craziest of them all, ends up happily married with Amy. Even with its critics, The Big Bang Theory has proven to be telling a new story, one that depicts men and women as being equally capable of achieving success despite what society has told them they should be. We've long been told that men have to be strong, attractive, and professional in order to be successful, while women are typically expected to be beautiful, submissive, and dependent on these men. This mindset is what led people to immediately point out the perpetuation of these ideas in the show, only being able to see what they've heard for so long. Yet, we're still making great progress in society. According to The Verge, The Big Bang Theory's ratings jumped about 30 places once Penny stopped being the only female lead character. The introduction of brilliant female scientists Amy and Bernadette was the main contribution to this. As a result, we as viewers have proven to not be stuck on these stereotypical ideas and actually appreciate the change in the way the genders are newly portrayed in the media. While the show is frequently perceived as being a hindrance to the issues of standard gender roles, its underlying plot proves it to be progressing the way that different cultures are represented on television. We're breaking free from the constrained roles that have been assigned to us for many generations, and for society as a whole, this progress is great news.